From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Active showers and thunderstorms in the mix this evening. Some severe weather possible. Storms producing hail and possibly damaging winds in the mix over the next several hours. Then smooth sailing, cooler air moving in. But let's cut to the chase. Get to Power Doppler HD this evening. And we're watching some very strong showers and thunderstorms across portions of Cameron Parish into Acadia and also Lafayette parishes. Strongest storms locally close to home now over southeastern Acadia Parish, moving generally to the southeast. And some very intense activity in the southern and southwestern part of Lafayette Parish, just north of the Maurice Milton area, and just edging into the southwestern side of town. And you see the magenta right here. This is indicating the possibility of up to marble-size hail right on E. Broussard Road, just southwest of the Mall of Acadiana, and then extending on to Calise Saloon. This cell also generally moving to the east-southeast, so some rough and tumble weather on the way, perhaps for Youngsville, also the Broussard area as we open things on up. And we do have severe thunderstorm warnings going right now for the activity in Cameron Parish, but that's going to be moving offshore. Titan 3D revealing the storms in 3 dimensions here, and most of these storms are topping out at about 40 to 45,000 feet. And with cold air aloft, there is the risk of that hail and gusty, possibly damaging winds. We've had a few reports of funnel clouds and possibility of some wind damage in around the Sulphur area with this cell that is southeast of Lake Charles right now. And as we look at our storm tracker, we're showing you the cloud-to-ground lightning, some of the hail track history, and also some of the storms that are showing a little bit in the way of rotation. One cell over by Lafayette and Broussard is pushing generally to the east, and there will be the possibility of hail with this cell. And the cell in Acadia Parish also showing some rotation at this hour, moving to the east-southeast at about 23. So we'll continue to watch these cells over the next few hours, but they should diminish and move out of the area by, say, about 10 o'clock tonight. So as we put the radar satellite composite in motion, what's causing this? Well, a strong upper-level low-pressure system in Arkansas and Tennessee, and a weak area of surface low pressure beginning to develop in northeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi. This eventually is going to be a nor'easter that the Northeast is going to have to deal with. But in the near term, we have severe thunderstorm watches in effect for southeast Texas through 9 o'clock, southwest Louisiana, and then the rest of Acadiana through 1 o'clock in the morning. And you can see that severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect, is still in effect till 6:45 for Cameron Parish. You can see the cells moving generally to the southeast. And again, I do expect this activity to move offshore by about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, with the cooler air moving in as we head into tomorrow morning. Right now, 67 degrees, south to southwest winds, gusting to 21 with a storm or two in the area at this hour, but not out at the airport. So as we take a look at your futurecast, we'll see the showers and storms pushing off to the south and east. Here's that frontal boundary. Most of the activity will be over with by 10 o'clock tonight, with the exception of perhaps St. Mary Parish. Then we'll see in and out cloud cover for the balance of the evening, with cooler temperatures moving in. We should be in the low to mid 50s by tomorrow morning. And after some morning clouds, we'll see sunny, breezy, and cool conditions with temperatures in the 60s, cooling into the 40s tomorrow night. Now, as we look at the weather map, here's the culprit that's going to be another problem for the East Coast. Low pressure developing over the southeast U.S. Then it bombs out as we get into the Atlantic, and strong winds, unfortunately, for much of the mid-Atlantic through the northeast. So this is a bona fide nor'easter. It's not going to be like Sandy, but as we all remember, after Hurricane Rita, coast is much more vulnerable to increasing waves and rainfall, and you're trying to clean up. So not great news for our friends on the East Coast. This system eventually moves out to sea as we finish off the weekend. But for us locally, showers and storms this evening. We'll have to keep an eye on the storms at least through the first quarter or two of the Saints game. Temperatures down into the low to mid 50s by morning. Then tomorrow, upper 60s to near 70 for a high. Should be a gorgeous day with sunshine for the afternoon. And as we go through the rest of the week, nice and cool. Not great weather for Election Day tomorrow. Warming up this weekend with the chance of storms returning late Sunday into Monday.